There's no malice in that, we just feel that out of respect to Ireland and everything that went on back there, there was really no point putting that on there. You've got the Southern Cross and I'm very proud of that, I'm just about to be a citizen. Hogan said, I really feel like Australia has captured that multicultural feel and that Southern Cross, for me, stands for that. There's room for everybody here, you come and live Australian values, which are very close to Irish values anyway. That's what I believe in and that's what I enjoy representing. All that stuff is in the past, and even in Ireland, most of that is in the past. But there are still things here and there and people living with resentment. There's none of that on my part. I have relatives in the UK and English sponsors and friends there. But the Union Jack, just not what I represent or what my country, Ireland, represents. The half Australian, half Irish flag brandished by Dennis Hogan. There is some personal history in Hogan's family that would make waving a Union Jack inconceivable to his Irish family and friends. One of his distant relatives, Michael Hogan, was shot and killed by British forces during Bloody Sunday in 1920 at Croke Park, Dublin's famous stadium. One of the grandstands remains named in his honour. Hogan, the 1st of January 28/7 KOS, said there had never been an issue with the flag in previous fights, but this will be his highest profile bout by some margin as he campaigns for a world title, although as a rank outsider against the rising Mexican star. The edited flag design may be a source of angst to Australian traditionalists, but it would no doubt be welcomed by many that would rather see an Australian flag dispense with the Union Jack in its upper left corner. We've carried it everywhere. I've had it on my shoulders, I've had people hold it up in the background, half Irish, half Australian. It's great. My kids will grow up here and I love this country, it's been so good to me, Hogan said. This country has given the opportunity and the tools and nourished me and given me the chance I have now to win a world title. A victory over Mungaya, who is only 22, would be an incredible result for the likeable Hogan, who believes youth will ultimately be the undoing of the reigning champion. I'm a crafty veteran and I have no fear. People are calling him the next Mexican superstar. Once you think like that, you are already defeated. Hogan said, I feel like he lacks the ability to solve the problems I'm going to give him. What's he going to fall back on? I think he will get frustrated. It could get very real for him very fast. Meanwhile, former WBO welterweight champion Jeff Horn has scrapped plans for a home fight against American Rob Brandt and will instead head overseas, likely to the UK, for a bout at the beginning of June. Horn's trainer Glenn Rushton said the fight against Brandt, who holds WBA's middleweight belt, was off the cards, with Horn now set to campaign at middleweight just weeks before the birth of his second baby with wife Jo. The Brandt fight isn't happening. We've got another fight, a big fight, although it's not a world title. We hope it would lead us to a world title shot in the next fight after that. Rushton said, it will be offshore, we've agreed on terms, we're trying to get this fight for June 2nd. That's the date we want. The other date was in July, but baby o'clock for them is June 20th, Phil Lutton, sports reporter.